Ito sabi ni Dwight Santos, kailan siya? April 11 pa pala 'to. Nung una akala ko si Dwight Ramos yung naiisip ko, akala ko yung basketballista siya, eh. Kaya viral. Ano ba siya? Cat Dad, e-commerce content businessman. Okay. He's a businessman. Okay, from QC. Okay. Okay. Ito yung sinabi niya. Fuck the Philippines. I owe nothing to this country. The Filipino people are what we owe our allegiance to, not the flag or this piece of shit country. Birthplace, I didn't choose to be here. It was a random biological chance. Opportunities, what opportunities? To be further exploited? Work? Tell me how my taxes are working for me. Business, you fuckwards are actively killing us. Community, you have successfully divided the people. There is no community. All this country has done is take and take and take. I owe this government nothing. You have broken the contract. I pay you taxes. You give us a decent country. Fuck you and your designer bags and Forbes mansion. Okay. And if you come in here with your privileged opinions, fuck you too. So, this dude is obviously hurting, 'di ba? And kasi itong post na to is tapos meron siyang ganito, meron siyang graphic na yan nga, sabi niya, fuck the Philippines. Ah, tapos substantially ang daming viral na rin to. Probably has millions of views already with the shares and reactions. And gamitan natin siya ng the Comicsman method. Okay, so ang unang teka, ang dami palang mga ano dito, oh. It's a good read. Madaming nagbigay ng mga opinions. And I'm gonna give mine as well. Okay, so first is Shallow Think. As you can see, galit na galit siya. This post is full of rage. Tapos madaming fuck you energy and very emotional and it seems like he's gone through shit, okay? And we're not gonna take it away from him. We a lot of people actually feel like this, okay? And it's madami siyang mga ano eh, madami siyang na-touch na depende sa'yo kung let's say katulad mo siya na pikon ka na rin, 'di ba? Or if you are a little bit more optimistic, you would have different reactions. But Shallow Think na yung tawag dito, for face value, this is almost like a shock content, 'di ba? Okay? Kasi yung mga hot takes niya is I owe nothing to this country, 'di ba? And kasi ang isang sinasabi is laging ano eh, ang kinasanayan natin is I love the Philippines but I hate the Philippine government. This one is basically I hate the Philippines. So there's a difference. Okay? So, yon ang Shallow Think. Yun ang face value. Masyashock ka. Ganun. Or maybe medyo mag-iisip ka na parang I disagree. Pero sa totoo lang, ano siya, it takes effort to explain why you disagree. Kasi may pagka black and white yung ano niya eh, yung mga dinrop niya dito. Okay? So, selfish think. Selfish think, para saan ba 'to? Ano ba sa akin 'to, 'di ba? Ano ba sa akin, 'di ba? How does this post affect you? So, as a working person na nag-business din, 'di ba? And also kasi parang nagko-content creator yata din 'to eh. May mga followers 'tong si Dwight Santos. Okay? And like I said kanina, it seems like he's really feeling the squeeze. Hindi natin alam kung anong ano, kumbaga madaling maka-relate sa kanya. Especially right now. Ako, nararamdaman ko rin talaga yung mga epekto ng pagbabago ng mundo. Not just sa mga bills, 'di ba? Sa price ng mga pagkain, 'di ba? And as an artist, 'di ba, yung pagbabago ng work, 'di ba? Dahil sa AI at kung ano-ano pa. It's just different um kapag ano, it just feels it is actually very different nowadays compared to, let's say, 5, 10 years ago. And it is tawag dito, it is even harder kapag naririnig mo yung mga balita tungkol sa mga corruption. Kumbaga parang whatever's left to a lot of Filipinos na parang tangina, I'm barely making it. Tapos biglang mababalitaan mo yung mga corruption, yung mga katulad nung sa flood control, maaalala mo yung mga lavish lifestyle nila, 'di ba? Ng mga tawag dito, political dynasty, 'di ba? Mga politiko in general, makikita mo yung mga bribery and people just having insane amount of money. Tapos ikaw, wala. Kumbaga, tapos lumalaban ka ng patas, tapos mababalitaan mo yung mga ganun. It's just so demoralizing. And those things, ano parang push you to the brink and even, talagang bumagsak ka talaga. And malay mo kung may mga personal na problema ka pa, 'di ba? Sa pamilya mo, sa trabaho mo, or what. If it compounds, then mahirap talaga 'yun. Okay. Okay, so that's selfish think. Mindful think naman. Mindful think, parang okay, ano tayo, parang nagiging emotional tayo masyado. Preno tayo. Yun yung ano 'yun yung medyo mag-iisip ka na you're gonna catch yourself dito sa mindful think kasi. You're gonna catch yourself na nagiging irrational ka na, 'di ba? You will this is supposed to be the part where you don't allow your emotions to take over the next steps that you're gonna make. Okay? So, okay, galit ako. I need to calm down. Basically, yun. Okay? Or masyado akong masaya, masyado akong excited. 'Di ba? Malay mo niloloko ka na pala, 'di ba? Pero overwhelmed ka sa saya, 'di ba? Kumbaga teka. 'Di ba? Whatever, kung masaya or malungkot ka or galit ka, you need to catch yourself na parang tama ba yung reaction na ginagawa ko ngayon. That's being mindful. Okay? So this dude, he's a business owner and I don't know kung ano, kung may business, may small business siya. Cat dad, okay. So I don't know if he's married or what, but anyway, so he looks like, kasi ifa-factor in mo rin kung sino ba yung nagsasalita, 'di ba? Hindi ko wala akong balak mag-usyoso sa personal na buhay niya. But it's just a factor to anyone who's speaking na teka, ano bang status sa buhay, 'di ba? Kung let's say you would understand, kung let's say it will be weird kung makikita mo na isang napaka-successful na tao, napaka-bilyonaryo, let's say si Manny Pacquiao ka. Tapos ganyan ang sasabihin niya. 'Di ba? Parang problema mo, 'di ba? You would have a very different reaction compared to this dude na, let's assume, middle class, um, struggling presumably, or at the very least very frustrated and nag-struggle na nga. Okay? So we have to give leeway a little bit. Okay? So Hindi natin alam kung anong history niya na maybe he's had failed businesses, failed relationships. I don't know. We don't know. So, but definitely those would be factors on why he came up with this rant. And of course, may factor din diyan na totoo naman na meron naman talagang mga corruption. Totoo naman na yung yung businesses masyadong kumbaga medyo big government pa sa atin eh. Dito sa mahirap mag-business, 'di ba? Yung taxes malaki, 'di ba? Ang laki nung talon ng mga bracket ng taxes eh. And you see na yung mga walang trabaho, bigay tayo ng bigay ng ayuda, 'di ba? So it's those are things that compounds dun sa lalo na kung iniisip mo lalo na siguro kung let's say depressed ka, hindi natin alam, hindi ko alam kung anong mental state nitong si Dwight. Okay, so yun ang preno natin. Okay? Kumbaga, I think every working Filipino can relate and commiserate with him, but still, we need to be objective din. Tama ba na sabihin niya na he owes nothing? Or basically, by saying this, parang Filipinos don't owe the Philippines anything, 'di ba? The country has all the country has done is take and take. Okay, but of course he's entitled to his own opinion. But to me, ako kasi may patriotic side ako eh. And I'm centrist. Hindi ako DDS, hindi ako pink. My political leanings is ideological, centrist, libertarian. I like freedoms. I like small government. So I can kaya kong relate. I can relate to the things that he's saying na yung mga taxes, yung mga corruption, masakit talaga yan. 'Di ba? You can relate na pa kasi sa totoo lang yung lahat ng every time the government regulates a business, that lessens your freedom in conducting your business eh. Sometimes okay yung mga regulations para for safety or for hygiene, kung restaurant ka, 'di ba, medyo ire-regulate 'yan o kaya yung mga fire exit, ganyan. Pero pagdating sa tax, pagdating kung saan ka pwedeng magbenta, pagdating dun sa mga bureaucracy, 'di ba? Pagdating dun sa mga rules ng supplier, pagdating dun sa mga presyuhan, 'di ba? Dun minsan pag nanghimasok yung gobyerno, yun yung nagre-restrict ng sa isang business owner na lumago at mahirapan sila, 'di ba? Lalo na kung let's say pabaya yung gobyerno, kung let's say nasa arts ka, walang ginagawa tungkol sa AI, 'di ba? Medyo tricky 'yon kasi parang magre-regulate ka eh, ire-regulate mo 'yun eh. O kaya I'm not totally against regulation. I just want regulation na makakatulong at dapat necessary yung regulation. If it's not necessary, wag mo na lang gawin, 'di ba? Ganon. So kung tingin mo yung idadagdag na tax o kung tingin mo sobra yung tax, bawasan mo. Kasi that's overreach yun, 'di ba? Or basta mga ganun. Kumbaga papabayaan mong may mga competition galing sa ibang bansa, 'di ba? Yung mga local na na companies may hirapan. That's kasalanan ng gobyerno 'yun. Mga nakakaapekto sa business 'yun. So, nasaan na ba tayo? Critical think na yata tayo. So we're gonna think critically dito sa mga sinabi niya. Valid points naman, yung mga small businesses nahihirapan, And yung mga, like I said, yung mga taxes, totoong mahirap, mabigat. Lalo na yung mga sa creatives, 'di ba? Actually, basta may mga bracket kasi yan eh. Hindi ko lang kabisado kaya hindi ko hindi ko masabi. Hindi na ako mag-re-research for now. But yung mga talon ng mga basically madaming sa Pilipinas, malaki talaga yung taxes. Malaki talaga yung income tax. And ang pinakamatinding tinatamaan lagi ng income tax are the middle class. Middle class talaga yung malaking binabayad. And that hinders your ability to create more business. And makikita mo nga kasi, tapos makikita mo may mga ayuda, 'di ba? 'Yun nakaka-demoralize 'yun sa mga business owners talaga. Pero syempre, ano rin, we also have to look deeper into into the other things about the issue. 'Di ba? Kasi the reality is may mga nagsasucceed pa rin naman. And also to blame everything, kasi when you blame the country, you blame the people 'di ba? You blame the people, you blame the culture. You blame everyone. Kumbaga generalized. You don't just blame the corrupt officials, you don't just blame the the system, the fucked up system, 'di ba? You just blame everyone, and I don't think it's fair. And also, when you post something like this, you broadcast it to a lot of people 'di ba? And sometimes there are people who are trying to fight, na nandun ka na sa edge, do I give up or not? And then you read something like this, na parang, oh shit. Di ba? Nakaka, ano yun it can affect you. It can affect you. I don't know. Maybe there will be some people who have read this and maybe lost hope instead of being tawag dito, yung inspired. Instead of getting inspired, they actually lost hope and give up. I wouldn't, or at least parang hindi man lost hope and give up to the parang literal sense, but kumbaga it can affect your mental state as well. Kasi usually misery loves company. Pag nakita mo na, ay shit, parehas tayong parehas tayong gusto ng sumuko, tol. O sige, samahan na kita diyan, 'di ba? Suko na rin ako, 'di ba? I remember back when nagbabike kami dati. Nagma-mountain bike kami. Merong isang part ng daan, it's an uphill na matarik talaga. So ako, I was trying my best, 'di ba? Todo-todo akong ganyan, todo-todong padyak ako. Tapos our strongest yung mga kasama namin dun sa my friend, tropa ko 'yun. He's the strongest biker amongst us. Okay? And 'di ba, ako parang determined ako And my friend was ahead of me. Nasa taas siya. Nakita ko bumaba siya, 'di ba? Nakita ko bigla siyang bumaba. Tapos nagtulak siya ng hindi niya kinaya. Naramdaman ko yung determination ko na deplete from high to low. Tapos yung malakas ko na tropa, hindi niya kaya. Na ano talaga na-amaze ako dun Putya, nawala yung resolve ko just by seeing him give up. So ang nangyari, bumaba rin ako, tulak din ako. Sabi ko, grabe naramdaman ko talaga yun So there might be some people who felt the same by reading this. And 'di ba? When someone reaches the point of saying I owe nothing, it's often hindi lang tungkol dun sa bansa. It's often it's the entire experience of existence in the country and with the people, and maybe a jaded thinking because of his those experiences. Anyway, kasi you can't really do a lot of critical thinking here kasi this is an opinion of his, 'di ba? Although we can go to data kasi proven naman na mayroong corruption, 'di ba? Ang daming ang balita ngayon kaya nga nagkakaroon ng mga impeachment dahil diyan. Uh, and there's no point in alam na natin na it's obscene yung state ng corruption dito. And yung taxes ganun din. I suppose the other data is I don't know. I don't think right now you can say na a lot of businesses are thriving. A lot of businesses right now, especially ngayon may international na gulo. I think ano siya, magulo talaga. Mahirap mag-business. But still, siguro merong iba na pumapaldo pa rin sa iba't ibang industry. But industry in general, kasi ang matindi kasi sa Pilipinas, wala tayong sariling manufacturing, 'di ba? Madaming ano sa atin, OFW. Ganun ang mga inaano natin eh. Ganun ang pinagkakakitaan. Yung iba, social media, 'di ba? I don't know. It's a tough life right now in the Philippines and probably in a lot of places all over the world. Hopefully, it changes. Siguro yun ang we can hope that things would change later on. Okay, so ideological think, okay, like I said, feeling ko itong post na to, medyo anti-nationalist siya. Actually, anti-nationalist talaga kasi nandun na nga siya sa Fact the Philippines eh. 'Di ba? Ano pa bang kumbaga hindi na siya there's nothing patriotic left, or at least that's what he thinks right now. 'Di ba? Pwede kasing overwhelmed lang talaga siya sa emotions eh. Maybe he stopped at selfish think na parang oh shit, bad trip na ako, hindi na siya umabot dun sa mindful thing. I'll just gonna vent and rant. I don't know, but I'm sure this dude is he's not stupid, but maybe he's just overwhelmed. But right now he doesn't feel like fighting. Yeah, at the very least not fighting for the Philippines. Okay? Like I said, yan ang medyo isang problema sa social media eh. You can post this kind of pessimist outlook in life, 'di ba? Which is his right, okay lang naman. I fully support him expressing his opinions like this. But again, madaming mga katulad nga niya ang pwedeng this is empowering for them, 'di ba? See, 'di ba kung let's say bata ka na ano na parang or kahit hindi ka na bata, 'di ba? Sa kita mo, ganyan na ganyan yung feeling ko eh. May mga ganon kasi eh, 'di ba? Parang you get to hear exactly what you're feeling. Parang it fuels you. May encourage ka na tama ka, 'di ba? Actually, ganun nga yung ginagawa ng mga ano eh, ng mga kalimitan. Most of the vloggers, the commentators, they just find out kung ano yung common na sinasabi ng majority and they just repeat it. Kumbaga pinapaniwalaan mo na yun eh. It's just that you yourself, you're not articulate enough to express it. So, pag merong nagsalita exactly what you're feeling, kasi yung let's say yung mga content creator, binasa niya na yung mga ano eh, mga comments eh. So, ipaprocess niya lang yun to parang kung ano yung average na sentiment ng mga Pilipino, ng mga tao about the issue, and then just say it. And then everybody agrees, everybody likes the post, everybody likes the content, and paldo, 'di ba? Dito sa Comics Man method kasi parang that's what I'm trying to avoid. Kasi when people gets used to that kind of mentality, hindi na sila nag-iisip talaga eh. 'Di ba? Hihintay na. Ang mangyayari, since, let's say, this content creator constantly says, repeats what he already feels, ang mangyayari dyan, mag-aano sila eh, magre-relate sila na this person gets me. 'Di ba? So, pag meron silang mga isang bagay na medyo wala silang masyadong opinion, they would go to this influencer and basically they would outsource their brain. Sa ganun, since you get me, then think for me. Ikaw na yung mag-isip para sa akin. Ano bang kailangan kong isipin? Ano bang kailangan kong maging reaction sa issue na to? Since dati, nakuha mo kung ano yung iniisip ko eh, 'di ba? Eh ngayon, medyo hindi ako makapag-decide. I'm gonna go to you and basically expect you to think for me. So that's how influencers gain so much power. Eh. So they become basically yung yung collective thoughts na ginather lang din nila, ibabalik lang nila dun sa isang tao na yun. And then eventually, yung mga influencer na yung nag-iisip para dun sa mga tao na pinagkukuhanan niya rin ng ideas. 'Di ba? It's a vicious cycle. That's how you get brain rot in a society. So let's say kung medyo nasa brink ka na nga, magi-give up ka na tapos biglang maririnig mo to. And also, ako kasi, although I can relate to the things that he said, I still consider those who succeed. And I still would like to consider the future. Kasi kung lahat tayo magi-give up, then what will happen? In a society, it's normal that some people will give up. But we cannot have a society where everybody has given up. Yun yung niisip ko dito. That's why posts like this needs to be challenged, needs to be countered. That, yeah, there are problems, but we can do something about it. The answer is not giving up. The answer is not condemning the Philippines. It's not condemning your country. It's not condemning your people. It's not condemning your culture. And essentially, condemning yourself. Because, sa totoo lang, I don't think, again, feeling ko, overrun by emotions lang din tong tong si Pards. And the fact that he still has his business, 'di ba? If you don't have hopes for your business, ba't ka pa nagbi-business? So it's probably just frustration kung bakit siya nag-post ng ganito. And whether he's thought about the effects of his post to fellow Filipinos who's also in the brink of giving up, I don't know kung na-consider niya yun. Okay? So, I suppose, next is philosophical think. I think medyo na tackle ko na rin yung philosophical think dun sa mga ibang nasabi ko dun sa ideological. Kasi again to judge the whole country as basically inutile, as basically parang evil 'di ba? Evil. And again, it's the judgment is based on the acts of a few, based on a system that can be changed, 'di ba? It just needs enough resolve from somebody, from either the people or a noble na leader, 'di ba? Talagang may prinsipyo, 'di ba? To change things. And things can still change. If you just give up on your country and say fuck this shit, 'di ba? And fuck this shit kasi di ko na matake yung mga yung mga pahirap, yung mga corruption, yung mga taxes, 'di ba? Mahal ng bilihin eh. So what are you gonna do? what are you gonna do? Again, I don't think giving up is an option. It's yun yung isang ano sa social media eh, parang why is it that nowadays you can just shout to everyone na suko na ako, 'di ba? It used to be na pag ginawa mo yun, that would be a shameful thing, 'di ba? Pero ngayon, hindi eh, 'di ba? Parang proud ka pa eh, 'di ba? And you get a kick when you post something like this and you get 40,000 reactions, 'di ba? Ilan yung ano no? Tingnan natin. 22,000 hearts, 16,000 likes for saying that you have given up on your country. Isn't that ano, parang weird. Ang weird nun eh. Na parang putya, di ko na kaya, suko na ako. But of course, again, a lot of people can relate, 'di ba? Na yun nga. But before, the idea is to persevere, 'di ba? Huwag kang susuko. Kaya yan, 'di ba? That's the generation I came from. And this dude is probably about as old as me then, maybe a little younger. But it's just weird, 'di ba? Parang hindi ko na kaya, 'di ba? Tapos pagsisigawan mo sa buong barangay. Social media is weird like that. My point lang kaya ko sinabi 'yun, it's not to diss him or anything. It's just a realization na nag-iba na talaga yung mundo, 'di ba? Nag-iba yung mundo. Bakit acceptable na 'yun ngayon? 'Yun lang naman ang punto ko do'n. Okay? Again, kung ganun yung feeling niya, eh, karapatan niya 'yun, 'di ba? I'm just commenting on how the world has changed and the values have changed and the mentality have changed, and I don't know if it changed for the better or for the worse. Right now, it's I think we're worse. Kasi parang yung ano, ang may mga nauuso pa ngayon na when you say don't give up, ikaw pa yung toxic eh, 'di ba? Toxic positivity ka eh. 'Di ba? Which is a stupid uh, oxymoron, 'di ba? Paano magiging toxic yung positivity? It's an oxymoron. Still, it's popular because it's relatable and it's so much easier to give up. I think a lot of people I think madaming tao talaga would choose that. Lalo na kung may kasama ka. Pag may kasama ka madali eh. Madaling mag-give up eh. Pag meron ka po, uwi na tayo, 'di ba? Ang layo eh, 'di ba? Pero kung let's say yung let's say maglalakad kayo, 'di ba? Wow, nagkayayaan. Medyo malayo yung pupuntahan nyo. Sabi ng isa, maglakad na lang tayo, 'di ba? Kung let's say 10 kayo, tapos ayaw mo maglakad, kunyari. Pero 8 dun, or everybody else gustong maglakad, mapipilitan kang maglakad eh, 'di ba? Pero kung let's say 7 yung ano, 7 let's say 7 dun yung nag-give up na pa, hindi, sumakay na lang tayo. Sama na lang, sumakay na lang tayo, 'di ba? Madaling bumitaw pag may kasama ka. And I think that's what social media is doing for people who who are struggling, who are feeling this way. I don't know. Paper crown just looking for validation. Yes, 'di ba? Kasi it's basically you're saying hindi ka nag-iisa. Ganyan din ako eh. 'Di ba? And the message is, ay, hindi pala nakakahiya yun. Siya nga, ganito eh. 'Di ba? Siya nga, pinost niya eh. Kita mo, daming nag-like. It's, I don't know. I don't know. It's, for me, hindi maganda yun for the psyche of the collective. Okay. Level 7, decisive think. So, ano yung position ko dito? I suppose you can you can already tell kung napakinggan mo yung lahat ng mga pinagsasabi ko, 'di ba? So, sa akin, I understand the frustration. I respect his anger. I respect that he's doing it, his right to say it regardless whether I think na masama ang epekto nun in general, or I think net negative yung mga ganitong klaseng post when it gets viral, 'di ba? Kasi it normalizes eh. It normalizes fuck the Philippines, 'di ba? Fuck the Philippines, walang kwenta. Walang kwenta tong bansa na 'to, 'di ba? That is the recipe for defeatism. Magiging defeatist yung mentality ng mga tao. Magiging defeatist yung mentality ng mga next generation. And that would be a terrible society. If you cannot, kasi one thing that you can always do is you can, pwede mo paliitin whatever works for the country. Try adjusting it sa scale ng, let's say, pamilya mo, 'di ba? Your immediate family. If it works, if the same concept works, let's say, kung lahat ng miyembro ng pamilya mo galit dun sa pangalan ng sa apelyido nyo, anong klaseng pamilya mangyayari dun? 'Di ba? O kaya lahat ng anak mo galit dun sa tatay mo, 'di ba? Lahat kayo. Eh di, that would be a broken family. That would be a shitty family. Kumbaga, yung dynamics is hindi maganda, 'di ba? So if you're gonna do that, if that's how it is in a small scale, 'di ba, sa smallest unit ng society's family, everything that happens there, i-scale up mo lang and you get the barangay, and you get the government, and then you get the world. So, yun. So, di ako sang-ayon into condemning your country. But of course, I respect siya, based on reality yung mga sinabi niya, and we should do something about it. We should do something about corruption. We should do something about the tax policies. We should do something about getting more opportunities and less opportunities to tawag dito, to manipulate and exploit working people. And again, we live in a society, meron tayong kongreso, meron tayong batas. We just need good leaders. 'Di ba? Not everything is set in stone. The people of the Philippines have the ability to decide to change the government to whatever works best for us. That's how our government is designed. 'Di ba? We just need to come together and decide what's best for us. But of course, that's easier said than done. It's mahirap magkasundo, 'di ba? Lalo na sa atin na we are in a personality politics based politics culture, 'di ba? Um but I think yung fuck the Philippines and I owe nothing to it, kasi the Philippines is not just the name of the country. The Philippines is the people, 'di ba? Whatever you do, it is your gift to society, to the community. Let's say may business siya, parang clothing brand. So yung mga damit na ginagawa niya, that is contribution. Whether you feel cheated while conducting the business, you're still contributing, 'di ba? Just because ninakawan ka, mahirap kasi madali talagang magalit pag may ginawang masama sa iyo, 'di ba? I'm not taking it away from him, but the thing is, pag ganun ang naging ugali ng lahat, then lagot. 'Di ba, yun nga yung isang isang problema nung mga senador dati, 'di ba? Noong kasagsagan nung ano, nung mga flood control. Merong mga nagsasabi na sentiments na ano, bayad kami ng bayad ng tax, ninanakaw niyo lang pala, eh, wag na tayong magbayad ng tax. 'Di ba may gano'n na ano, may gano'n na nangyari, na mga sinasabi, and the senators didn't know what to say, 'di ba? All they can do is plead, "Please don't do that. That would be devastating to everyone else." And I think as much as tawag dito, as unsatisfying the answer is, pero totoo, 'di ba? Anong gagawin mo 'pag hindi nagbayad ng tax yung mga tao, 'di ba? Lahat tayo nganga, 'di ba? Yung mga basura na lang natin, 'di ba? Imaginin mo yung mga basura hindi kinokolekta. Dun pa lang, parusa na yun. So, ano pa yung mga ilaw, yung mga roads natin, and every other thing na ginagawa ng gobyerno, mga kaguluhan, 'di ba? So, hmm, so to me, not giving up is not an option. I mean, giving up is not an option. Sorry. Yun ang aking stand. But it doesn't mean na you give a pass to those who are to the evil people in government that makes the corruption happen. We need to go after them talaga. Okay. And hindi lang ano, yung the country is not just the name, like I said kanina. It's also the people, the culture, everything that made you you, whether you realize it or not. 'Di ba? Everything that you think is good and bad is based on what the culture uh told you, based on what the culture taught you. 'Di ba? So every time you pass on these uh, these values, you recognize the things that you owe to the people. There's no way around it. Okay. Creative think. Eto, anong gagawin natin? Creative think. Ang daling magsalita na ano, na ayusin, hanapin ang mga korap na 'yan, gumawa ng batas na magbe-benefit lahat. Ang daling sabihin nan, pero sa totoo lang, madaming hadlang diyan kasi magkakaiba tayo ng ideas, magkakaiba tayo ng ideology, yung personality politics, isa na 'yan, magkakaiba tayo ng religion, but still we need to find the unifying values and find people who have fortitude to stand for the truth, to stand for what's it called, sa to stand on their principles that benefits the country, 'di ba? Parang naisip ko parang mga katulad ni na ano, ni na Vico Soto, 'di ba? Vico Soto is probably not a perfect politician. I'm sure madami kang pwedeng ano yun dun, pero I'm sold na he has a good heart. Actually, si Manny Pacquiao, ganun din eh. Yun nga lang, medyo bitin siya sa ano eh, sa legal mind eh. He's not made, I think he has a good heart for the people. He's just not built to be a politician, which is tragic. I'm sure may iba pa diyan, 'di ba? But then again, our politics is dominated by mga blatant na magnanakaw, mga blatant liars. And as long as people capitulate to them, 'di ba? Mga binabayaran, 'di ba? Mga nagpapabayad, mahirap labanan yung mga ganung problema. But still, we cannot afford to give up. But yun. We need reasonable laws. We need good people in government. Okay? Hopefully, we get there someday. And siguro, you can't also just, just uh, asa ka na lang sa gobyerno parate, 'di ba? Hindi malabo rin kasi 'yun. You need to find it in you. A lot of people right now, especially, don't like hearing it eh. Na parang, bro, okay ka naman eh. Laki ng katawan mo. 'Di ba magtrabaho ka? 'Di ba? It's dati kasi may mentality yung mga tao na ano eh. Everything everything is set to work against you, not in your favor at all, not to your favor, but you still do it anyway because because you have a family, 'di ba? Meron kang mga ambisyon. Let's say kung may anak ka, kung meron kang magulang, kung meron kang asawa, and it's a little I think this is another problem eh. A lot of people are not having families nowadays. So that's probably one of the reasons why people just uh people just give up and announce it. Kasi can you imagine your ano, kung may anak ka, tapos sasabihin, "Ay, suko na ako." Tapos makikita ng anak mo yung, 'di ba? I don't know about you, but I think ano 'yun, 'di ba parang papakita mo suko ka na dun sa may makakakita sa'yo. I don't know about you, but to me, I don't think I think that would be a factor to be more careful on what you say, 'di ba? So, yung values about family, I think it is slowly changing in the Filipino diaspora, and yeah, we're seeing the effects. It's a new phenomenon, so we can't really evaluate it probably until it's too late. Kasi yung mga Filipino values na katulad niyan. People are saying fuck the Philippines. Dati hindi natin ginagawa 'yan. Dati mabuhay, 'di ba? Ganun tayo eh. Dati ano tayo, makabayan talaga. We respect our heroes. We respect the people in in our leaders to some extent, 'di ba? Hindi naman tayo naging blind talaga pero to some extent we respect the office. Nowadays, those are changing, 'di ba? Kaya nga ano eh, to some people, uh, parang reading a comment like this, it's it's shocking, 'di ba? Shit, 'di ba? These kumbaga parang may pagka-edgy pa nga eh, 'di ba? And we've seen this happen in America. Doon talaga a lot of Americans, nobody hates their own country like the Americans, 'di ba? Supposedly the greatest country, pero a lot of Americans hate America. A lot of Americans din naman still love America, but a substantial amount hate America. Tapos idagdag mo yung mga hindi Amerikano na galit sa Amerika. So it changed their culture, 'di ba? It changed their culture to a lot of places in America where American hate is not just tolerated, it's even celebrated, 'di ba? Pagdating sa California, 'di ba? May mga ano sila doon eh, mga self-flagellating shit, 'di ba? Na everything that America stood for is either racist, it's built on the back of slaves and oppression, and a lot of people believe it, 'di ba? And of course, may mga evils talaga ang America, but you also have to consider the good things America has done. Hindi natin iisa-isahin yun because this is not about America. This is about the Philippines. So I'm just saying that kasi we need to be careful also. Na parang if you're gonna go ahead with these kinds of mentality na fuck the Philippines, if this becomes the norm, then we will change our culture too. And you know what? Even the proponents yung mga ganon, you might not like what you're changing the Philippines into. because whether you agree to it or not, you would still prefer our culture above anyone else. Mas gusto mo pa rin, malamang sa malamang, mas gusto mo pa rin na kasama yung magulang mo. If you can just turn back the hands of time, 'di ba? Your life as a kid, how much would you pay to experience it again? And that is the Philippines that you love, 'di ba? Unless you have a shitty childhood, unless battered child ka or something. It's to most people, 'di ba? Yung kultura, are you gonna throw the 90s bands culture? Do you think would you say it's shit? Would you say the optimism that you had before was shit? The people in your life, with your friends, family, 'di ba? Kasi when you say fuck the Philippines, you say fuck you all. And I don't think it's popular enough, but it's not a very thought of statement to say. Okay. So dig deep. You need to rely on yourself. You can't just rely on the government. If you focus on the hardships, ano, then lalaki lang lalo yun. Of course, nandyan yan, but still, there are people who still make it. There are still people who succeed here in the same country, in the same economy. Diba? Not everybody's gonna make it like Ramon Ang, 'di ba? Like Henry C, 'di ba? But there are also success stories, and a lot of times it just falls into ano ba yung expectation mo? Gusto mo ba maging katulad ni Ramon Ang? So if you're if kung ganun ang gusto mo and you just parang naging milyonaryo ka lang, hindi ka bilyonaryo, can you say that you failed, 'di ba? And there are lots of people who have way less than you, and they don't feel like this. How do you explain that? 'Di ba? A lot of people unfortunately just say because they're stupid. No, they're not. They just have a different outlook. They have different sets of values. They have different sets of needs. And sometimes, minsan, baka ikaw yung kailangan mag-adjust to a more realistic goal. And also, again, may mga factors din na personal experiences. Malay mo meron siyang di mo let's remove this dude already. Maybe that person is hindi mo alam kung may sakit ba yan or had past terrible past relationships, na-scam ba siya? Alam mo yun, pwedeng ganun eh. Hindi siya love ng nanay niya. Di ba? May mga ganun eh. So, we don't know. So, every time you see posts like this, maaaring may ganung factors. And broken people exist, and there's a lot of them. And like I said, misery loves company, unfortunately. Okay. So, creative, yun, mag-business ka. I think pero going back to Dwight, I think kailangan, baka ano lang siya, kailangan niya lang mag-vent out. He'd be fine later on. Hopefully, 'di ba? Hopefully, mag-succeed ang kanyang business, and hopefully, kung mangyari yun, he can reconsider and maybe post a different point of view na maybe he's wrong. I don't know. So beyond think is yan yung last step ng Comicsman method. Beyond think. Ibig sabihin yan there are things na hindi mo talaga may explain. Kasi like let's say kumbaga it's beyond human comprehension. Things that probably only God will ever know. Like let's say there are people who really worked hard their entire lives. They played according to the rules. They lived their life with honesty, with integrity, and yet bad things happened. They got cheated. They got tawag dito, exploited, mistreated, hurt, unjustly treated, 'di ba? those things happen, and those are, I don't know what to say, 'di ba? Kasi if you play nice sometimes hindi talaga eh. And it's just, it just feels unfair, and nobody knows. Nobody knows, nobody can explain that, 'di ba? Meron namang mga masama, nagiging sobrang yaman nila. Merong mga sinuwerte lang talaga, 'di ba? Na parang may nagka nagkakaroon sila ng, people give them money, people give them fame for absolutely no reason at all. Madaming mga influencers gano'n, eh, 'di ba? Sabi ko, "Tangina 'to, ba't ba sikat 'to?" 'Di ba? Hindi mo alam, pero sikat sila, eh, wala kang magagawa. You just have to accept it. May mga gano'n talaga, eh. Yung mga gano'n hindi mo na ano, parang tadhana na lang siguro. You're just coded up to fate, to destiny, to God, or the devil. I don't know. But still, ano ka, still I would choose to live by your values, to avoid regret, and live according to what you think is good, and what would bring more good to society. Ewan ko, but if you're gonna get tempted na, let's say, maging masama ka na rin, 'di ba? Total masama naman kayo, eh. Magnanakaw naman kayo, 'di magnanakaw na rin ako. I'm just gonna play, I'm just gonna rig the rules too, 'di ba? Corrupt kayo, magiging corrupt ako, magiging mas corrupt pa ako sa inyo. Puwede mo ring gawin 'yun, but do it at your own risk, 'di ba? Kasi may mga masasamang tao who get away with it, may mga masasamang tao who doesn't. And at the end of the day, it's like I said, it's beyond beyond what we can do, 'di ba? Can you imagine, 'di ba, yung mga leaders like Gaddafi, who was who was a dictator, one of the richest people in the world nung siya yung leader ng Libya, 'di ba? Si Maduro, sina Escobar, 'di ba? Tapos all of a sudden, everything was taken away from them just like that. And yun, I think it covers beyond think as well. Yun nga lang, merong mga mabubuti, tapos may mga masamang nangyari sa kanila, and I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. We'll figure it out in the afterlife, I suppose. Anyway, that's the full Comics Man method breakdown of this post. Ang iksi lang, pero ang dami kong sinabi, no? I'm gonna have to learn how to compress it. But you know what? I feel like talking tonight. That's okay. Basta nagsimula ako, delikado kayo. Okay, yun lang. Paalam, paalam.